taught us that astronauts are at high risk for hand injuries. And that's because the EVA spacesuit gloves that they use are pressurized, and they actually, to bend them requires a lot of force, so it causes a lot of pain and injury to the hands of astronauts. So now there's a very common type of hand injury that we see here on Earth, and it's called a mallet injury. And so what can happen is if you have a force kind of, that kind of hits your fingertip like that, you can actually rupture a tendon here. And that tendon actually allows your finger to straighten. And so when that tendon kind of comes off your finger bone there, your finger gets all kind of red and swollen, and it's flexed like that, and you can't actually straighten that finger.
Okay.
So to treat that, we actually have to splint this finger, and so that this joint here stays straight for 2 months. But this joint here has to be able to move, because you don't want this joint to get stiff.
Okay.
But if this joint here doesn't stay straight, that tendon can't heal. And you want that tendon to heal, because if it doesn't, there are problems later on.
Okay.
So we found that the best way to treat that is a customized splint.
Julian powiedziała tutaj, że wielu astronautów, szczególnie ci, którzy byli na Księżycu, nosząc rękawice astronauty, które są pod ciśnieniem, doznawało obrażeń paliczków. No i tutaj właśnie problem polega na tym, również że to często się zdarza tutaj na Ziemi, że jeżeli tutaj dojdzie do jakiegoś złamania czy uszkodzenia jakiejś części tego paliczka, wówczas trzeba go unieruchomić na pewien czas, żeby to się wszystko zagoiło. Tutaj Julien dała trochę bardziej obfitujący w detale opis tego, jak to wszystko wygląda. Ja nie jestem lekarzem, więc nie chcę tutaj się wypowiadać za dużo w tej dziedzinie. Bynajmniej chodzi o to, żeby dopasować tą szynę tak, żeby odpowiednio dokładnie unieruchomiła ten element palca. Okay, so yeah, let's pretend that I fractured my bone here, right?
Well, yeah. So what happened is that perhaps you ruptured this tendon, and maybe a little piece of the bone came off as well too, and now your finger's all red and swollen, and you can't straighten it. And so research has shown us the best way to treat this injury is to have a splint that's molded or personalized to your anatomy.
It happened to me once when I played basketball.
Yes, very common. Yeah.
Tak.
So...
Kiedyś zdarzyło mi się, kiedy grałem w koszykówkę, że właśnie tutaj wybiłem sobie palec i trzeba go było unieruchomić. Okay, that's very nice.
Yeah, so normally on Earth, what we have to do is we take ABS thermoplastic. It's the same material that you can use on a 3D printer. And a hand therapist, it takes her about 15 minutes to half an hour to make one of these. And so it takes a lot of time. And she also needs extra material. That took about less than 25 minutes to make. And but the thing is, a hand therapist has to make this one on Earth, and she needs extra material. So she needs like scissors, she needs a heat gun, she needs something called a splint bath. None of that is available in space. So what we did here is all I did is I took some calipers, I made a few measurements of your finger, and then I just put them into free design software and created a file for a customized splint for you. And then we just uploaded that file to the printer, press print, and 25 minutes later you've got your splint.
Czyli tutaj 25 minut, aby wydrukować taką spersonalizowaną szynę. Normalnie robi się to z materiału termoplastycznego, jednak wymaga to użycia dodatkowego materiału, trzeba to przyciąć i tak dalej. Tutaj po prostu drukujemy taką sobie szynę i jest ona gotowa, odpowiednio skrojona na miarę, żeby unieruchomić palec. Tymczasem na Ziemi zabiera to trochę więcej czasu i więcej pracy, zanim, że tak powiem, otrzymamy dokładnie ten sam produkt, przy czym obydwie rzeczy zostały zrobione z dokładnie tego samego materiału. Okay.
So I've got one too. So like little twins.
Yeah, twins. So like, okay, let me check if I can put on yours, so like I can prove that it's personalized. Więc tutaj proszę, nie jestem w stanie założyć tego, który ma Julien, ponieważ I can put it on the small one. So yeah, your middle finger is like okay.
Oh, and the other thing is, if you need, this design needs Velcro so it stays in place. And there's lots of Velcro in space. We use it all the time, so it's not hard. We have all the materials that we need to be able to make this splint in space right now.
Więc w kosmosie jest dużo właśnie tego właśnie tej taśmy Velcro, więc to nie jest problemem, wystarczy ją dokleić, zapiąć i palec może się tutaj spokojnie goić. Thank you, Julian. That was fascinating explanation what 3D printing is about. I hope this technology will continue to evolve and we'll hear more about 3D printing applications here on Earth, back in space, and also here on Earth. So good luck with your research, good luck with your 3D 4MD platform. I hope it will be success. And if you would like to know more, jeśli chcielibyście wiedzieć więcej na temat drukowania w 3D, to możecie znaleźć link w tym pod nami i napisać do Julie, jeżeli macie jakieś pytania. Yeah, so you answer all the questions if there's any about 3D printing?
Absolutely. If anyone's interested, please contact me.
Isn't she great?